Good day, viewers. Today I'm heading back into that big old cellar hole. I've been here a couple times now already, put out a few videos. I'm just going to do some more exploring around. That's a hole that size and that big of a layout like it is, with that great big huge barn structure or whatever it was there as well. There's got to be a substantial dump site somewhere nearby, but it may be a little further off the immediate location. So I'm just checking around the woods here a little bit more right now, and then we'll head back right on site if I don't find anything out here. Hang tight, don't go anywhere. I'll get you back up in a bit. Where are we headed to, driver?
No man's land.
Oh, okay, they're going then. We got a damn good show for you tonight. What do you say, Jane?
Yeah, we got a damn good show. Let's get her done.
All right. Okay, folks, so each time I come, I try to expand my search a little further into the unknown, a little deeper into the woods. Which is where I'm at right now. Look what I found here. This here's an old road here. Kind of disappears into the trees there. It's overgrown, but and the same down this way. If I hadn't seen this clear patch here, I wouldn't even have known it was a road, but here we are. So I'm going to follow this down through there, and I'll see what becomes of it. Hang tight. Okay, people, I don't want to spend too much time on this map, as the other videos I did of the location, I spent quite a bit of time on it, but this here is the big cellar hole of Maine where the house would be. Now I come in up here, see that's the little symbol for my car. I cut through the woods, I'm way up and through here, and I'm expanding my search for this big old bottle dump I suspect is somewhere around. And then way over into here, and that's where I found that old road. And it just come down this way, twisted and turned, and then it came to a dead end here. And then I cut back over, and now we're going to find ourselves in this section here, which I suspect maybe have been some sort of tool shed or something. Okay. Another note is if you like the cellar hole videos, the best thing to do is to check out my playlist. And I got a playlist of all cellar hole digs and explorers. Okay, viewers, so I followed that road both ways for quite a ways. One way was a dead end, so I just come back through the woods, and I'm over here in this section here where the past previous couple of videos I've been digging up a lot of metal and iron pieces in this little shed-like structure that was close to the house that I thought may have been part of it. Somebody mentioned in the previous video about a tool shed, and this may actually have been it, now that I get thinking about it. But look what I just dug up here so far. That looks like a cleaver, I would say, wouldn't you say? With a wooden handle, but the handle's gone off it. But look, there's some nice brass rivets there holding what's left of the handle on there. That's kind of a cool piece. And then I just scratched up this double bitted axe head as well. Yeah, check it out. Well, I just scratched up something down in here, dug it up with a shovel. It's in there pretty good, but I thought I'd get you up just in case it's something interesting. Oh, there we go. That looks like a, what is that? Something that might be in front of a fireplace or something? Two of them, you know, sit that way, logs on top of them. Whatever they call those. Interesting. Anyways, if you know what that is, put it down in the comments below. It's an interesting piece. Last time I was digging in this section, I was digging up a pile of boots and shoes. Same thing this time. Look, said I was going to call it the shoe shed. This one here has even got the, look, old leather laces still with it. That pile of leather and rubber shoes is growing there. Look over here, I got a couple other things I want to show you. This just come out. Oh, it's a big leather glove. Like a big mitten, leather mitten sort of deal. And I've got what looks like a scythe blade down in here. Yeah. Look at that. An old scythe blade. Couple big old leather pieces of horse tack here come out. I think I'm just about done in this section for today. I'm gonna head over to another section. Don't go anywhere. Okay, viewers, the cellar hole's just right down in there. I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, I'm gonna head up and through here. And I want to show you what I suspect may be the privy. See this? We've got a little clearing here. The well is down that way about 50 feet. And then over and through here. I'm kind of up on a little knoll here as well. Right here. It's about, I'll say, 3 to 4 feet in diameter. And it sunk down probably 8 inches there. So I'm going to try probing around it and see what that entails, and maybe we'll dig something out of it. Alright, viewers, so I dug down a little bit there. Not much, enough to get through those rocks. And I stuck the probe down in. And it went down 2.5, maybe 3 feet in total. And then hit rocks again. See, even that's rock. I got it there. At some point it went down in there. Right there, see? Then it's hit rock again. So I don't know. I don't think that's the privy. I couldn't be wrong, but I'm not going to exert too much energy there. It's situated about 75 feet from the well that way, and about 75 feet from the cellar that way. So right in the middle of the cellar and the well, halfway between the two, whatever that means. I'm going to keep looking around. Okay, so one more quick intermission here, folks. So we left the tool shed in the previous clips and went up to here, which I suspect was possibly a privy. You can see it's about halfway between the main house and the well. Then from there I leave and I go down into this section I got marked debris. And right about here is where those big boulders are. And I'm digging around in there for a bit, finding lots of old glass. That'll be coming up in the next few clips. And then I'm going to do an outro from there. But then when I'm leaving, I discover another patch, which is up around in here somewhere. As I'm traveling through the woods back to my vehicle, you can see that route there. So stay tuned to the end of the video and you'll see me find this patch up here as well. Well, folks, there's those sleigh runners there that I pointed out in a couple other videos. I'm right in amongst the small fir trees here now, digging around, and what appears to be a pile of bricks and rocks, but look what's in amongst them. Some nice old blown glass. Black glass. I'm going to keep scratching around here. That gives me a little bit of a glimmer of hope, because otherwise I was going to say, if this place was still standing, we'll say even in the 1930s or 40s or even the 50s, there'd be a huge, huge bottle and can dump somewhere. There's got to be. But I haven't found it. But there's got to be one here somewhere. A huge, huge dump. Like a big mound of it or a pile of it over a bank somewhere. There's probably a bank nearby somewhere they were putting it down over. It might even be across the road. Anyways, let's keep going. Well, that's what I got so far. Up and through there, amongst these rocks. And I'm seeing down in behind this giant boulder here, there's a lot of stuff down in here and it's quite deep. I just pulled out that bone and it was, buried down in there up to here. There's bricks and stuff. There's a piece of metal there. I gotta try to get out of there. I'll focus around here for now. See what comes out. Well, viewers, it's kind of disappointing, but I've been here for 3.5 hours and I got about 7 minutes worth of video. You don't see all the work that goes into this. I am soaked in sweat. Dug all down in behind there. Just got a few shards. Dug over there, probed all through there, dug some there, just everywhere. And I am whipped. So I'm gonna get out of here for today. Like I say, it was kind of disappointing, but we did cover some ground, so that's a good thing. Over and out till the next time. Leave a thumbs up, comment down below. Onward to the next one.
1 minute later.
Well, folks, as I was leaving, come over towards this uprooted tree, and I see some stuff here. Look, there's a little metal container caught my attention there. Must have flipped up out of the root clump. Look, there's glass right in there too. I just noticed. Digging around a little bit here. Then I'm looking around and there's more, look. And over here, there's more. Thought I seen there was an old, real old neck here somewhere. Right there, I was standing on it. Look at this. Looks like a burn patch. I'll scratch around a bit here. Well, folks, it's not a bottle, but check it out. Was left to a pocket knife. Look, it was opened up and the blades broke off there. Alright. Where are we headed to, driver?
No man's land.
Oh, okay, they're going then. We got a damn good show for you tonight. What do you say, Jane?
Yeah, we got a damn good show.